Let me ask you something. The life you are living right now, did you choose it? Not did you end up in it. Not did you work hard for it. Not are you grateful for it. Did you choose it? Deliberately, consciously, with full knowledge of what you were trading and what you were keeping. Most people, if they sit with the question long enough, will realize the honest answer is a no. They did not choose their life, they drifted into it. Following expectation, following money, following fear, following the path of latest resistance, until one day they looked up and realized this was never really mine. That realization has a cost, and nobody warned you about it. Drifting is not dramatic. That is why it is so dangerous. Nobody wakes up one day and decides to spend their life doing something that does not matter to them. It happens slowly. It starts with a small compromise. You take the job that was available instead of the one you wanted. You stay in the city where your family is instead of going where your instincts were pulling you. You study what was practical instead of what was alive in you. You follow the advice of people who love you, but who were also afraid, and whose advice was really just their own fear wearing the costume of wisdom. And each small compromise leads to the next one. Because once you have invested time in a direction, even the wrong direction, it becomes harder to turn back. The sunk cost of a life already lived keeps pulling you forward in a direction you never fully chose. And 10 years pass, 20 years pass, and the life you are living is a collection of other people's expectations and your own accumulated compromises. And somewhere underneath all of it, quiet, patient, persistent, is the version of you that was never consulted. Living a life you did not choose does not feel like a dramatic tragedy. It feels like tiredness, a tiredness that sleep does not fix. It feels like going through motions that used to have meaning and somewhere along the way lost it. It feels like a version of yourself that performs the life without fully inhabiting it. You showed up, you function, you manage, but there is a distance between the you that is doing all of this and the you that is watching. That distance is the cost. It shows up in small ways. In the Sunday evening feeling, that particular dread before another week of the same. In the moments when you see someone doing something that genuinely love, you feel something you cannot quite name. Not jealousy exactly, more like recognition. Recognition of something in yourself that you have not fed in a very long time. In the irritability that has no single cause, in the restlessness that appears without warning, in the dreams that keep returning, not the sleeping kind, the waking kind. The ones you keep dismissing as unrealistic. That is the cost. Paid quietly, paid daily, without a single invoice. There is usually a moment. It does not always arrive dramatically. Sometimes it is a conversation where someone asks you what you love and you realize you do not have a quick answer. Sometimes it is watching your child do something with complete abandon and joy and feeling the distance between that and how you move through your own life. Sometimes it is quiet Tuesday afternoon, and when nothing is wrong and everything feels empty, and the realization arrives. This life, this particular arrangement of days, was not designed by me. It was assembled from pieces given to me by others. And I have been living inside it as though it were inevitable, as though there were no other option. That moment, however it arrives, it is not a crisis. It is an invitation, the most important one you will ever receive. An invitation to begin choosing. I'm not going to tell you to quit your job or leave your family or burn everything down and start from nothing. That is not what choosing deliberately means. Choosing deliberately means bringing consciousness to your life. It means asking regularly and honestly, is this what I would choose if I were choosing freely? And when the answer is no, not running from it, but not pretending otherwise either. It means making one deliberate decision in the direction of your actual self. Not a revolution, a direction. A small pivot. An honest conversation. 1 hour given back to something that is genuinely yours. One boundary placed where there was none before. One no said to something that was draining you to make room for something that could build you. Choosing deliberately is not a single moment. It is a practice. Something you return to again and again, until the gap between the life you have and the life that is genuinely yours begins slowly to close. It will not close overnight, but it closes. Every conscious choice closes it a little more. The most expensive thing you will ever pay for is a life that was never yours. Not in money, in time, in energy, in the version of yourself that never got to exist. That is a cost worth taking seriously. You do not have to have it all figured out today. You just have to start asking the question you have been avoiding. Is this the life I would choose if I were truly free to choose? And then, whatever the answer is, have the courage to be honest about it. That honesty is where your life begins. I'm Zeno. This is Made from Scratch, and I will see you in the next one.